Interest rate hikes affect a lot more than you think. Listen to us explain how it affects the wider economy in our crypto podcast. This is legit the most underrated crypto podcast on YouTube. Later in the episode, I talk about why, as an XRP holder, 98% exposure to XRP, I am not buying Ripple private equity. You need to check that out.
Look, our interest rates have gone up.
Yeah.
But they're like, okay, it's a bad thing. They know it's a bad thing, but they don't actually know what repercussions it has and like where it's actually going in terms of like, okay, it's gone up now this month, but it's going to go up next month, and it's gone up more this month for obviously the US. UK is still going up.
Yeah, and it's the rate at which it's increasing as well, because if you think that like it's a 75 basis point high, before that, what were they at?
Was it 50 before, was it?
Yeah, but what was the actual interest rate in the US? Maybe 0.75 anyway. So they've just gone, it's gone up 100% in a month.
Yeah, that's good.
And that's enough to like if you think that you're a company and you have any kind of loan or finance things and you have to refinance, if you're already struggling from COVID and you refinance, let's say you're a big company and you're refinancing 100 million, that could be another $750,000.
That's a great
$750,000 a year that you've got to pay just in interest to refinance your loan.
That's bang on. I think that's the point that you're trying to make there, because like it's 100% people that actually they just hear interest rates have gone up. It's a bad thing. We should probably spend less. But if they knew, okay, look, it's gone up 100%. If you said that to someone, I think it would inject a lot more fear into them. So like,
yeah, and it affects a lot to do with this. Why you see like equity selling off, it affects it in so many ways. So that's one way. So if a lot of companies are struggling anyway, COVID's not been good for most companies. And we've had free money basically before that, so everyone's in the mindset of, you can just borrow money and it's free, and then now all of a sudden it's 100% more expensive in 1 month. So there's the first way it affects it. We're already down, we just looked earlier, like 22 to 25% on the S&P. If we come down like to 50%, that's people's pensions like getting liquidated. And
it's a disaster.
It's absolute disaster. So that's another way where it affects it. It just puts pressure on like the economy in general. It's not as easy as being like, interest rates are going up, so it's harder for me to borrow money. And we're going to go on to the next point in a second. We're going to talk about something about that. But like, also another thing to throw into that consideration is like, America now have a 30 trillion or $33 trillion debt, and they're going to be paying 1.5% APY or yearly interest rates now. Not APY, but yearly